The scramble for Fiery Cross Reef. Latest geopolitical news scenario. November 12, 2025, 8 o'clock a.m. South China Sea, Fiery Cross Reef. The air was thick with humidity and tension. For months, Chinese and Philippine Coast Guard vessels had played a dangerous game of bumper boats around the disputed Spratly Islands. Today, that game ended. The Philippine supply vessel BRP Sierra Madre, attempting to resupply the small marine contingent on the grounded 2nd Thomas Shoal, was aggressively shadowed by the massive China Coast Guard CCG cutters. But this time, a new, faster Chinese vessel was deployed, the Taipo Tahalbai-class missile boat. Armed with anti-ship cruise missiles, its presence was a clear escalation, demanding the Philippine vessel halt immediately. The warning shot and the loss of GPS 8:15 a.m. The Philippine commander, Captain Mendoza, refused to comply. He continued toward the shoal. In response, the Halbai did not fire a missile, but a powerful pulse from its bow-mounted soft-kill electronic warfare system. Instantly, the BRP Sierra Madre lost all GPS and satellite communication. Its radar screens went blank. The vessel drifted blind in the choppy waters. This was a paralyzing demonstration of Beijing's digital advantage, a non-lethal, but devastating, opening salvo. America's intervention, Operation Sea Sentinel. 8:45 a.m. U.S. Indo-PACOM headquarters, Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The Chinese soft-kill jamming confirmed this was a premeditated act. The United States launched Operation Sea Sentinel. The goal: insert a technological bridge to break the jam, secure the Philippine crew, and re-establish the principle of freedom of navigation. 9 o'clock a.m. 500 miles southeast of the confrontation, the U.S. Navy's newest destroyer, the USS Zumwalt, a futuristic, low-signature warship, raced toward the conflict zone. Aboard was a specialized team deploying the Raven 9 communications relay system, a high-power, multi-band satellite link designed to punch through any known jamming signal. The Airspace Challenge. 10:15 a.m. Over the South China Sea, to Chinese J-20 Mighty Dragon stealth fighters, launched from an airbase in Hainan province, approached the Zumwalt's position. They were armed not with missiles, but with advanced electronic surveillance pods. Their objective was simple: force the Zumwalt to illuminate them with its radar, thus revealing its advanced electronic signature for future exploitation. The Zumwalt remained silent. Instead, two US F-35C Lightning fighters, operating in tandem with an EA-18G Growler, materialized on the far edge of the J-20's passive sensors. They were designated as the active deterrent. The naval standoff in the drone swarm. 11:30 a.m. near Fiery Cross Reef. The Zumwalt arrived, its angular hull barely registering on the Chinese vessel's rudimentary radars. The presence of the U.S. destroyer stopped any further aggressive maneuvering by the CCG cutters. The conflict became a staring match. Then, the final, terrifying escalation began. From the artificial island on Fiery Cross Reef, a rapid-fire vertical launch system released a swarm of 50 small, autonomous drones. These were not weapons, but sophisticated sensor platforms designed to saturate the Zumwalt's air defenses and upload high-resolution 3D mapping of its radar configuration. The Zumwalt's commander, Captain Harris, had a split second to decide: engage the drone swarm and risk exposing his ship's precise location and capabilities, or let them map the ship and risk long-term vulnerability. 11:35 a.m. Captain Harris gave the order: deploy hard-kill countermeasures, focus on avoiding exposure of the primary fire control. The Zumwalt engaged the swarm with a short-burst energy weapon, vaporizing the nearest drones in silent, blinding flashes of light. The sheer number of the remaining swarm forced the Zumwalt to briefly activate a defensive radar pulse, the very thing China wanted. The fragile calm. 12 p.m. local time. The BRP Sierra Madre's communications flickered back to life, thanks to the Raven 9 system. The Philippine ship had survived the digital attack, and the U.S. presence had prevented the kinetic attack. The immediate crisis was averted, but the cost was a profound shift in strategic balance. Beijing had successfully tested its digital sieve capability, demonstrating it could blind a rival at will. Washington had been forced to deploy its most advanced assets just to restore a basic communication link, revealing key capabilities in the process. Analysts called it digital Blücher, the deployment of overwhelming non-kinetic power. The waters around the Spratlys remained calm, but the new front line was now the electromagnetic spectrum.